closed my studio more or less.
Well, we're on.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good
Welcome
morning.
to Unity of Charlottesville, and happy Mother's Day to everybody. Everybody who's watching here live at our beautiful campus, and everybody who's watching online, on Zoom, on Facebook, on YouTube. We're everywhere, omnipresent. So welcome and good morning. Welcome to Unity.
Oh, we'll begin with some song. Huh?
We're going to do a song that has a very repetitive chorus, and you've heard it before, so join in singing whenever you feel like it. And we're going to start with our drummer, Rebop to Shebop. These are the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess? Love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive? Love, are you ready? Joy, are you ready? Peace, are you ready? Are you ready to receive? These are the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, I am ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, I am ready to receive. Love, love, I am ready. Are you ready? Joy, joy, I am ready. Are you ready? Peace, peace, I am ready. Are you ready? I am ready to receive. You gotta sing. These are the gifts of the goddess. Woo! Love, joy, and peace. Yes. Gifts of the goddess. I am ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess. Could we have more drums? Love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess. I am ready to receive. Compassion. Are you ready? I'm ready. Forgiveness. Are you ready? I'm ready. Laughter. Are you ready? I am ready. I am ready to receive. Take it, praise singers. Passion. Are you ready? I am ready. Success. Are you ready? Yes, I am ready. Abundance. Are you ready? Yes, I am ready. I am ready to receive. These are the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, I am ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. The gifts of the goddess, I am ready to receive. Take it, Rebop. I am ready. 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 I am ready to receive. Yes, I am ready to receive. Oh, I am ready to receive. Thank you.
Hey. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to Unity of Charlottesville. You know, we were worried a little bit earlier this morning because it was so cloudy, but my gosh, it's another gorgeous, gorgeous day. The sun is shining right here, And it's warm in the sun and beautiful, fresh, and it's just a delight to be together out here. And I'm sure you're very happy to be on Zoom as well, Facebook Live, and also our website. We welcome you as well. Thank you for being with us. Well, let us begin with a wonderful opening prayer, shall we? Take a moment to center within. And to feel the true beauty of this day. There is so much freshness and newness in the world, in nature these days. And we feel once again the great energy of springtime. Springtime where everything is coming up from its own energy, moving out of the earth into flowering beauty. And likewise, we are as well. As we continue to deepen our spiritual connections with God's self and others, we know that we are emerging forth as beauty, as greater and greater flowering in our world, in our lives, right here and right now. So let us feel this upward energy of spring that is also moving upward through each and every one of us. For we are growing. We are growing on the inside. We are growing in joy and love, in friendship and in fellowship. And what a glory it is to be together in spiritual community and to share our love of each other, our love of these teachings, our love of this music, our love of these messages. We just feel this great expansive energy now flowing through us, enlivening every single cell and tissue of our body. And we are so grateful for the renewing of spirit. The renewing of spirit every single moment of our lives. We start again right now. We are fresh and new and one with each other, one with spirit. And let us conclude our statement with our statement of faith together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent, and so it is. Well, we have an opportunity now for you to greet your neighbors at a distance and not hugging with your masks on. But if you'd like to stand and give a distant namaste or a couple of waves at each other, when the time is right, we are ready.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, namaste.
Good morning, good morning. Good to see you.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Go ahead and have a seat. And Youth Ed is starting now. And we see some of our people. Hi, good to see you guys.
So go over on
Go
to Kate.
with
and,
Kate.
There you go.
We'll see you at the end of the service. Jackie Brown, we'd like to invite you forth now. Yes. And are you doing this to Maria? Maria? Okay. Hi, everybody. Yes, please. This is Jackie Brown, our Vice President of your Board of Trustees.
God, feel the love. I just wanted to say, what a great day. I'm so happy to be here. This is my first opportunity to come back to campus. And my gosh, it's beautiful. I love it out here. It's just great. Also want to say hi to everybody in the little squares on the computer. That's what I've been doing for the last long time. I also wanted to say Happy Mother's Day, everybody. What a great day to be able to come and say something about mothering, say something about nurturing. I've been in this community for over 30 years, is what I figured out the other day. My eldest son is now 27, and we started coming here a couple years before he was born. So when they asked me to come and say a couple of words about Thrive with 35, which is our program where we're kind of thinking and asking people to commit to giving $35 a month over and above what you normally give. What I really started thinking about was all the time that I've been here and all the nurturing and all the mothering that I've received here. I've really received that from this community, from all of you, you know, the classes that we've taken together, everything you've shared with me at different times. And, you know, Don and Patricia. I mean, Don and Patricia have been my spiritual mothers for 20 years. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And so it really was not a hard thing for me to think about giving $35 more per month to try and help with the deficit that we're feeling from the loss of rental income. And I'm just, you know, inviting you to join me. I feel like what I'm doing is like a drop of rain. And, you know, a drop of rain is really great. I just feel like if we could get a rainstorm, we could have a stream. And, you know, that stream could turn into a river. And we would just have this, continue to have this incredible nurturing community here that has been my spiritual home for a very long time. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jackie. Beautiful. And we're so grateful to you and to Janet Buckheit has created this wonderful Thrive with 35 poster. And if you come closer, you can see that 30 people so far have committed to donating the $35 every month above and beyond their giving. So let's give Janet a wonderful hand for that as well. She's right there. Thank you, Janet. And Maria?
Good morning. I am to be the bearer of wonderful news. So just a reminder, Sunday, June 6th, here we're going to have our 4-way anniversary picnic party to celebrate Dawn and Patricia and Blair and Kate, I guess, who's at the back. A cumulative 60 years at Unity of Charlottesville. I know, it's amazing. So we are going to be having a wonderful party out back and a little bit inside on that day. We're going to be actually taking reservations because we're going to have a catered lunch. And if you are gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, and or vegan, we can accommodate you. So not yet, but soon, there will be a sign up on Tidely to save your place and save a plate for you. As a special gift to those of you who are here on Sundays, come find me and you can sign up with me with paper and pencil. The other really, really, really big news, a drum roll. It's beautiful out today, but summer is coming. So starting May 23rd, 2 weeks from today, we are bringing this back inside the sanctuary. Woo! Woohoo! So yes, our board unanimously decided that this is time. So I don't know if you know, but there's this virus going around, but blah, 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 blah. So we're going to limit the numbers in the sanctuary to 50, and there will be overflow in the narthex and on the terrace level. But again, it's going to be super helpful for us if you pre-register. There will be something coming up on Tidely where you can register, see how many people are in your party, and also just, agreeing to be COVID safe. We have these amazing hospital grade filters that are upstairs and downstairs. We're going to have air conditioning and fans and open windows. We're going to make this as safe an experience for everyone as we can. If you are still going to be home, we will be live streaming and YouTubing, and you will be able to access the service that way.
Sorry. When do they make their reservation?
Yes, will you make your reservation? It's going to be going out hopefully this week, but you'll need to make it by 8 p.m. the night before, so that'll be 8 p.m. May 22nd. Yes, something ready by the Wednesday email. Yes, so for you to sign up. But again, if you are here today, come see me. I will write your name on a piece of paper and reserve your spot. So I'm sure there's more, but that's all I can think of now. So thank
great,
you.
Maria. Thank you, Maria.
Yay, Maria.
Yay.
What Maria didn't tell you was that the tech team can no longer tolerate my bad hair days. So we want to welcome everyone. Unity is a place that welcomes people of all faiths, all religions, all cultures, all nationalities, all race, all gender, all sexual identity, all sexual orientation. Everybody's welcome here. And so we do have a mission statement that we have, and I think most of you know it. So let's join together and say our mission statement. Together, Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to express their unique divinity, making a positive difference in the world.
Okay, we have another song celebrating the mother principle. And you're going to sing the part the praise singers sing. Whenever I sing something that you're supposed to repeat, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to remember to do that. So we'll do it one time a cappella. Ooh, now we're really loud. Turn this one off. How's that? Is that good? Is that good balance? Okay. All right, so here we go. Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth and the fruit of your womb. Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
blessed be,
blessed be.
Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
blessed be,
blessed be.
Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
blessed be,
blessed be.
Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
blessed be,
blessed be.
Oh, Mother
Oh,
God,
Mother God,
flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth and the fruit of your womb. Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
blessed be,
blessed be.
Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
blessed be,
blessed be.
Oh, Mother
Oh,
God,
Mother God,
thank you for this day, for the love love that you wash over me. And this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
blessed be.
blessed be.
Oh, Mother God,
Mother God,
blessed be.
blessed be.
Oh, Mother God,
Mother God,
blessed be.
blessed be.
Oh, Mother God,
Oh, Mother God,
blessed be.
blessed be.
Thank you. Did the piano cut out or something? Okay.
Boy, and I'm wondering if I should use the other mic. Is this the wind going through this? Is that what's going on? Let me use the handheld, okay? So, can you all hear me now? Can you guys hear me in the back? Okay. So, a little girl asked her mother, how did the human species come about? How did it evolve? And the mother answered, well, God made Adam and Eve, and then Adam and Eve had children, and that's how the human race appeared. And 2 days later, the little girl asked her dad the same question, and her father said, well, a long time ago, there were a whole bunch of monkeys, and that's how the human race evolved. So the little girl was confused. So she went back to her mother and she said, how is it possible that the human race was created by God? And Dad said that we came from monkeys. And the mother said, well, it's very simple, dear. I was talking about my side of the family and he was talking about his side of the family. So anyway, happy Mother's Day to everybody. And you know, in Unity, when we say Happy Mother's Day, we mean everyone, right? Because it's Unity. We've all had mothers, right? Hopefully you had a mother or have a mother and had a great relationship with your mother. Or if you're a mother, hopefully you've had or are having a wonderful and beautiful experience raising your children. But we have to acknowledge on holidays like this that sometimes for some people it can be a little bit bittersweet. Because we may not have had the easiest relationship with our mothers. I know I didn't. My mother was extremely judgmental and critical, and I spent most of my adult life trying not to be like her. If you're a mother, you may have had ups and downs raising your children, good days, bad days. Some of us may be adopted and not know our birth mothers. Some of us may have wanted to become mothers, but for some reason or another, it didn't happen. Or some of us may have consciously chosen not to be mothers. And some of us may have lost our mothers, and so this day sort of reminds us of that loss. So it can be bittersweet. And there are so many different variables in how we approach this day that I think our task is to just be compassionate with ourselves, with others, and to take it all in and to honor all of these different experiences. But I'd like to focus today on something else that Mother's Day represents for me, and that is the nurturing principle in the universe, the nurturing principle of the divine feminine, and that which nurtures our hearts and nurtures our souls. And we couldn't have this quality or recognize it and appreciate it unless it was an inherent quality in the Creator, however we conceptualize the Creator, whatever that means to you. Because each one of us knows how to nurture. Each one of us knows how to love. Each one of us knows how to be compassionate. We don't always do it, but we know how, right? Everybody knows how. And each one of us knows what it means to be nurtured, what it feels like to be nurtured, even if we didn't grow up in a nurturing environment, even if we're not currently in a relationship that feels nurturing. We still know what it means to be nurtured. We have the experience of being nurtured from a friend sometime, or from a loved one, or from a beloved pet, or from a relationship with ourselves, something that we've done for ourselves, something that we've done to nurture ourselves, walking around in nature or going to a movie or listening to some music or just being by ourselves for a bit. Or even being nurtured from our faith and from our relationship in higher power, whatever that relationship is. So the universal principle, which expresses the divine feminine, is as old as creation itself. And it was certainly recognized by Unity's co-founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. And this is what Charles Fillmore said in his book, Teach Us to Pray. He said, just as God has been from the beginning to spirit substance, just as God has been from the beginning, so spirit substance has been from the beginning. This substance is in fact the mother side of God, the feminine element in God's nature. So substance, what is substance? Metaphysically, that which underlies everything. And Fillmore is saying that substance is feminine, it's the divine feminine principle. He says, just as the earth is the universal matrix in which all vegetation develops, so this invisible spirit substance is the universal matrix in which ideas of prosperity germinate and grow according to our faith and according to our trust. And so you may have heard, probably have heard in a Unity church, someone, minister or the prayer chaplain or his prayer partner, someone getting up and saying, and beginning a prayer, Mother, Father, God, or Father, Mother, God. That's in honor of these two qualities of the Creator, divine masculine, divine feminine. And we find this idea of the primordial divine mother in a beautiful passage in the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, where wisdom is speaking. Let me try to organize this somewhat. So how do we know that wisdom is the feminine aspect of God? How do we know that from this chapter in Proverbs? Well, it tells us so. In the very first verse, it says, doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? Wisdom is the divine feminine. And she goes on to say, later on in that chapter, talking about her experience of the creation. She says, the Lord possessed me in the beginning of his ways before he made anything, from the beginning. I was set up from eternity and of old, before the earth was made. The depths were not as yet, and I was already conceived. Neither had the fountains of waters as yet sprung up. The mountains with their huge bulk had not yet been established. Before the hills I was brought forth. He had not made the earth, nor the rivers, nor the poles of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was present. When with a certain law and compass, he enclosed the depths, when he established the sky above and poised the fountains of waters, when he compassed the seas with its bounds and set a law to the waters that they should not pass their limits, when he balanced the foundations of the earth, I was with him, forming all things, and was delighted every day, playing before him at all times, playing in the world, and my delights were to be with the children of men. Isn't that lovely? We have this idea of just this wonderful, playful spirit at the base of creation, watching it all, but also participating. And so according to Proverbs, the divine feminine aspect of God was present before the creation, and not only present, but an intimate participant in the creation. And this is a really powerful passage. And it's really a wake-up call to the idea that God is only masculine, that God is only a he. And that's probably how most of us grew up, right? We grew up thinking that God was a guy, a dude somewhere. God is always referred to as he, the Lord. But the acknowledgement and the worship of the divine feminine as the goddess or the mother aspect of God is as old as the human species is old. In the Hebrew Bible, the divine feminine is called Sophia or Chokmah, meaning Holy Spirit. The Kabbalah refer to the divine presence, the feminine aspect of the divine presence, as Shekinah, the energy that causes the world itself to be sustained by the flow of divine energy. And of course, the ancients, the indigenous peoples, the earth-based religions, all had forms of worship to honor the divine goddess, the divine mother. Isis, Bridget, Kuan Yin, grandmother, so many names, too probably infinite to really mention. So many names. Even Mother Mary. You know, we hear about the worship of Mother Mary, although the Catholic Church seems to say that Mary isn't worshipped. She is merely venerated and honored. I don't know if there's a difference. When we were in southern France, when we were visiting on the Mary Magdalene pilgrimage, we visited one church there where the central figure was Mary Magdalene. Jesus was off to the side in an alcove. So that culture in that society was worshiping Mother Mary as primacy, as the representation of God. And it's not that easy to, or not that hard, I should say, to really understand why that would be. Why people from time immemorial have been worshiping the Mother, worshiping Divine Mother. Because when we think of the qualities of Mother, even if our mothers maybe didn't exhibit all of these qualities, or maybe if you're a mother, maybe if you don't exhibit all of these qualities all the time, we still find these qualities of unconditional love, of nurturing, of protection, of safety, of fertility in childbirth, and also fertility of people wanting their crops to come in well, warmth, creativity, intuition, feeling nature, all of things associated with Mother, with Divine Mother. And we really see this concept of Divine Mother brought out fully, developed fully in the Indian culture and by some of India's greatest saints, Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda, Swami Shivananda, Sri Aurobindo, Yogananda. All of these great Indian saints spoke about and worshipped the Divine Mother. So Yogananda defined the Divine Mother this way. Yogananda said, Divine Mother is the creative power of God who gives birth to all creation. She is the supreme energy, the Shakti, that gives life and form to all beings and all things. She is called the Cosmic Mother, the Devi, the goddess. And the goddess creates each individual soul out of herself. She is our essence, our life force. Her nature is bliss. She is the essence of beauty and grace. She is unconditional love. She is Shakti, the energy and the power of your being. She is the divine feminine. And he goes on to say that in creating the universe, God revealed these two aspects, the masculine or fatherly and the feminine or motherly. And he said that if you close your eyes and you visualize vast, illimitable space, you become overwhelmed and enthralled. You feel the naught but pure wisdom. So Yogananda is actually assigning wisdom as a male or masculine quality, where the Hebrew Bible defined it as a feminine quality. He says the hidden infinite sphere where there is no creation, no stars, no planets, only pure wisdom is the Father. And nature, with her diamond-dazzling stars, the Milky Way, the flowers, the birds, the clouds, the mountains, the sky, the countless beauties of creation, is the Divine Mother. For those of us that are here, can you feel that as you look around? All that beauty. In nature, you behold the aspect of the Divine Mother, the aspect of God that is full of beauty and gentleness and tenderness and kindness. And this beauty creates the motherly instinct of God. And when we look upon all the good in nature, we experience a feeling of tenderness within us. And we can feel and see God in Mother Nature. That's Yogananda. Sri Aurobindo said that devotion to the Divine Mother is considered to be the highest form of worship, and that the final stage of perfection in one's spiritual journey is to surrender to the Divine Mother. Now this is also, you can imagine, a matter of individual interpretation. For Jesus saw God as Abba, as Father, as Daddy. And some of these great saints and throughout time saw God as Mother, Divine Mother. The Divine Mother, he said, represents the true power of love and safety and transcendental consciousness. And I want to share with you a story about Sri Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna had his first experience with the Divine Mother. He was a great Indian saint. He was born in 1836 and he died in 1886. And he was also the teacher of Swami Vivekananda, who was one of the very first Indian saints to come to the West to teach Vedanta and yoga. And there's an interesting sideline about Swami Vivekananda. He was the guest speaker, a featured speaker, at the first International New Thought Alliance in Chicago in 1893. And most probably Charles and Myrtle Fillmore would have been in the audience and would have been hearing him then. So Ramakrishna was a priest in the temple of Kali. Kali was one of the many names, one of the many forms of Divine Mother, and he was the head priest there. And to him, to Ramakrishna, she was the repository of all blessedness and power and motherly love and sweetness and tenderness, the mother who with loving care would protect her devotees. And to Mother Divine, to Kali, Ramakrishna offered his wholehearted devotion, regarding her as her true guide in times of darkness and confusion. And Ramakrishna was so obsessed with Kali, so wanting to experience her directly, so God intoxicated, that he began to shun the outer world. So at night, after his priestly duties at the temple, he would get up, go into the dense forest jungle, and he would meditate all night long. And he would come back to his room and to the temple after daybreak with his eyes swollen from crying and weeping all night that he hadn't seen the mother yet. And then he would resume his job and be transfixed in front of the images of Kali all day long. His realization of Divine Mother became the sole passion, the sole absorption of his life. And like a child, he would be seen crying during the day, just profuse tears, because he hadn't yet seen the mother. And he would cry out and burst out crying, "Oh, Mother, where art thou? Reveal thyself to me." Anybody ever feel like that in your darkest moments? You're crying out? You can nod. Yeah? So the story goes that Ramakrishna was becoming more and more disconsolate. And when another day had passed and he had still failed to experience directly Mother Divine, he would say, "Another day of this short life has passed, and I have not yet realized the truth." This guy was serious. He became so absorbed in this quest that he became incapable of doing his priestly duties. He would sit all day in front of the image of Kali, and first he was ridiculed, but then people came to admire and really respect his steady devotion. But Ramakrishna, of course, was indifferent to what people were thinking or what they were doing. He was just directing all of his energies towards this quest that he had to experience Mother Divine. And he began to grow more and more and more desperate, as if overpowered by restlessness and by fear that he might not experience Divine Mother in this lifetime. And one day the pain was so unbearable that he grabbed a sword with the intention of ending his life. And just then, wouldn't you know it, just then Mother Divine appeared to him. That was his first vision of Mother Divine. So this is how Ramakrishna described his first experience of Mother Divine in his own words. He says, "The buildings with their different parts, the temples and everything else, vanished from my sight, leaving no trace whatsoever. And in their stead I saw a limitless, infinite, effulgent ocean of consciousness. As far as the eye could see, the shining billows were madly rushing at me from all sides with a terrific noise to swallow me up. I was panting for breath. I was caught in the rush and collapsed unconscious. What was happening on the outside, I do not know. But within me, there was a steady flow of undiluted bliss, altogether new, and I felt the presence. I felt the presence of Divine Mother." And on Ramakrishna's lips when he awoke from this consciousness were the words, "Mother." And from that point on, in his teachings, in his writings, he had many, many visions of the Divine Mother, many personal experiences of the Divine Mother. So my question to you is, can you begin to feel how acknowledging or worshiping the Divine Mother aspect of God could be so heart-opening, could lend itself to devotion to Mother? Just as a small child would look up at its mother, and mothers maybe had this experience, would look up at you with this feeling of being totally protected, totally safe, totally unconditionally loved. We can begin to see that, how people would sort of drift that vision of that aspect of God. And now please keep in mind that I'm not asking you to think of God as divine masculine or divine feminine. That's completely up to you. We're just skimming the surface, really. That's all that we have time for, to talk about Divine Mother. But I do want to share one last piece of interesting information, an interesting idea from Julianne of Norwich. Now, Julianne of Norwich was a Catholic anchorite. She was a cloistered, recluse nun and mystic. She was born in 1343. She lived through the time of the plague. And she is credited with being the first woman author writing a book in English, apparently. So in her book, Revelations of Divine Love, Julianne of Norwich says, God is our mother, and it is a characteristic of God to overcome evil with good. Jesus Christ, therefore, who overcame evil with good, is our true mother. How about that for an idea? Jesus Christ is our true mother. We received our being from him, and this is where his maternity starts. And with it comes the gentle protection and guard of love, which will never cease to be around us. Just as God is our Father, so God is also our mother. And he showed me this truth in all things. The he that she's referring to is Jesus. Julianne of Norwich had frequent visions of Jesus who would come to her. And she said that when Jesus said the sweet words, "It is I," as if to say, I am the power and the goodness of the Father, I am the wisdom of the Mother, I am the light and the grace, which is blessed love, I am the Trinity, I am the unity, I am the one who makes you love, I am the one who makes you desire, I am the never-ending fulfillment of all true desires. So how is that for a parting idea? Jesus Christ is our true mother. Jesus Christ is a representation of the divine feminine. So that was Julianne of Norwich's vision, something to think about. So once again, happy Mother's Day to everyone, and so much gratitude to that divine feminine aspect, which we have all experienced. You know, sometime in our life, we have all experienced that the people along our path, people along our journey, have shown us and led us and guided us with unconditional love. For that aspect of divine feminine, we can be eternally grateful. And to the divine feminine aspect of God, which we see now all around us. So happy Mother's Day. We're going to have a song, and then we'll prepare for meditation.
Mother of stars, Mother of galaxies, mother of all that is alive, mother of mountains, mother of rivers, mother of all that is alive, for your children are remembering slowly to honor all that is alive, for your children are remembering slowly. Mother of grasses, mother of the rains and of the trees, oh, help us, your children, to remember, to honor all that is alive. Oh, help us, your children, to remember the oneness of all that is alive. Mother of infants, mother of the ages, mother of all that is alive, mother of dreams, mother of wonders, mother of the great wheel of time. Oh, help us, your children, to remember, to honor all that is alive. Oh, help us, your children, to remember the oneness of all that is alive. Mother of stars, mother of galaxies, mother of all that is alive, mother of dreams, mother of wonders, mother of the great wheel of time, for your children are remembering slowly to honor all that is alive, for your children are remembering slowly the oneness of all that is alive, the balance of all that is alive, the wonder of all that is alive. So if you haven't already and you would like to close your eyes, feel free to do so. And just take another breath of this wonderful experience of life that we are having right now. Feeling the energy of the wind, the sun, the newness of all life all around us. And we have an opportunity, especially today, on Mother's Day, to remember a time when we truly felt nurtured, when we felt unconditional love, when we felt that someone saw us as we are, as we truly are. Someone really understood us. We can remember this. And hopefully there have been many times
when we have felt this way. I invite you to take a look back in your lifetime and notice perhaps it was your mother or other mothering people around you. It could be your father or a man that exhibited those qualities of being heart opened and being compassionate, caring, and loving. I'd like you to take a moment to bring forth into your mind an example where you truly felt embraced by the divine feminine, which is love, compassion, care, understanding, wisdom. And recall that time as if it was now. Experience it right now. There is no time in memory. There is no time in spirit. There is no distance in what was and what is now. And our minds feeling it now experience it yet again, and we are filled with the love and the light that was with us and is still with us even now. Allow that memory to fill your entire being with that compassionate love. That is yours. That is your inheritance. That was given to you. And as it expands within you now, allow yourself simply to know that you have that within you. You are that. And the people who have given that to you over time have expanded it in you. And I invite you on this day, this mothering day, to allow yourself to be the divine feminine as you go forth from this meditation into the rest of your day, into the rest of your life. For that is how the divine feminine grows and how it goes throughout our world. So breathing again into your heart space, feeling the energy and the memory of that beautiful, blissful time, knowing that you can share it and it will always be within you. What a gift we've received. So allow it now to be your reality. who you are from this time forward, an expression of the divine feminine, loving, nurturing, compassionate. And so now we begin our process of returning our consciousness back to this time and place. I invite you to breathe more deeply, perhaps to stretch a little bit, to fully be returned to this time and place. Moving your head a little bit, your arms, your feet, your hands, being grounded back exactly where you are. And when you are ready, simply open your eyes, refreshed and new again on this day. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. So we have an opportunity now in our service to greet Maria with the butterfly net for contactless giving. And we are so grateful for everyone who is giving in any way, shape, or form to our community. To those of you online, there are ways to give, texting, and also to going on our website. And we're grateful for those in person who are giving something physical, a check or money today. And so I invite us all to bless these love offerings. And it's no accident that we use divine love in our offertory statement, because of course that is the divine feminine. And as we give with that attitude of expressing divine love to our community and beyond, we are activating that in ourselves again. So together, please, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Amen.
Everybody hear that okay?
I think so.
It's a whisper you hear in the midst of your fear. It's revealing. It's a part of the heart, and it's just who we are. It's so healing. It's the power inside, always wins over pride, never judges. And it strengthens and comforts us all. That's what love is. It's the healer of souls, makes the broken ones whole and completed. It's what gives you the strength and the hope when you're feeling defeated. It's a compass and guide, and it won't be denied, so we trust it. It's the light in the dark of it all. That's what love is. And it's patient and kind, and it's deaf, dumb, and blind to the madness. It's the ace of the dealer of truth. It's the healer of sadness. It's the place that you know from so long, long ago, and it's free. and you feel when it's there, 'cause you're able to share with your being. And it takes us all higher, and it lifts and inspires all it touches. It's the best part of being alive. That's what love is. And it's patient and kind, and it's deaf, dumb, and blind to the madness. It's the ace of the dealer of truth. It's the healer of sadness. It's beyond right or wrong, and it's not weak or strong. It's not winning. For the young and the old, it's a brave and a bold new beginning. It's the peace and the hope. It's what helps us to cope. It's forgiveness. It's the light that will always endure. It's eternal and simple and pure. That's what love is. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Should we invite them up first? Should I invite them up first? Invite them up first. Invite them first.
No, so we do have some announcements, some opportunities. One is that at 12:15 today, Belle Newhart is going to be on the Labyrinth for the Standing Woman event. And this is the 15th annual year that they're doing this. And what this is an organization that is inviting people to stand for 5 minutes of global silence, intending a positive future for the earth and where all of Earth's children can thrive. And I think it's especially important in light of, I don't know if you follow what happened in Afghanistan, where the Taliban is going after girls who are seeking education, and some tragic events there. So this is a particularly important time to be able to do that. So Belle invites you to be on the Labyrinth at 12:15, stand for 5 minutes of silence. Yes? Also, this week is Virginia Hohenstein's 102nd birthday. 102, she'll be 102. So I'm gonna, if you don't have her phone number or her address to mail a card, we'll have that information in the office for you. And I think the 14th is a Wednesday, isn't it?
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Oh, good. So maybe we can put that on our weekly email. And it would be, she would love to hear from you, or get a card, or just hear from your voice.
She's our elder.
Yep.
Well, and we'd like to invite everybody to our midweek faith lift, which is our prayer and share on Wednesdays from 6:30 to 7 on Zoom. It's always on the weekly email, the link, and it's become just a wonderful time to pray together and to share in each other's prayer requests. And it's a beautiful time to be with your community. Please join us. What about this? And what about the other people? I would like to welcome, but wait, there's more. I would like to welcome two very special people to our community, and I'm going to ask you to come up because the people on Zoom won't be able to see you there. So I'd like to invite Anne and Deborah to come forward, please. And And Michael, right here, is our ministerial intern for the next 4 months through August. And yes. And this is her partner, Deborah, and they both live in Virginia Beach, and they go to Unity of Renaissance for many, many years. And Anne is on the track to become a licensed and ordained Unity minister. So this is just a glorious, glorious opportunity to support her. You'll be seeing them and seeing Anne on Zoom and also at the Sunday services. So please make them feel welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
We should say about Anne that you need 1,000 credits to become through the seminary to become a minister. She has 930, and this internship process is part of the last part of, along with the remaining classwork, is the last part of being a minister. So Anne is on the board of trustees at Unity Renaissance in Chesapeake, and she's also the head of their prayer chaplain and pastoral care teams as well. So very experienced, and we look forward to working with you and being your divine mother and your divine father.
Yes.
So we want to thank everybody. Hey, Kate, come on up.
This is Kate Adamson, our Youth and Family Ministry Director.
Hello, everyone. We had a lovely day in Youth Ed with a gaggle of kids, and we were talking about gratitude and how gratitude ripples out into the world and grows, and then especially tapped into our gratitude for our mothers. And we wrote them some Mother's Day letters talking about how much we love them, more than chocolate. So our Uniteens continue to meet online every other Sunday. Since today's Mother's Day, we're going to be punting forward to next Sunday for our Uniteens, and we look forward to continuing our in-person Youth Ed on Sunday mornings. Even as church moves inside, we're going to be meeting in the Fillmore House with the doors wide and windows wide open for great airflow.
Great.
Yep,
Great.
so let's do our children's blessing.
Children,
Uniteens, YOUers, teachers and parents, you are loved, special, and important. It's so true. Have a great week. Mwah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we do want to thank all the folks who helped out this morning, and especially our wonderful musicians, Blair and Janice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Round of applause. And our tech team is back there with Boyan and Mark and Bob, and off on Zoom land we have Aisha from all the way from Austin, Texas, and we have Ann Barkley on the back
And
end,
Greg, too.
and Greg Jones on the back of there helping out. So,
Yes.
and all our blessing team people, Barbara Olin's group, and Maria, and thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it.
And we'll be with you on Zoom for virtual fellowship right after the end of the service. So stay on and we'll say hello at that point. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful expression of the divine feminine.
Hey.
You are. You are
Thank you.
loving,
Great talk.
compassionate, lovely person. Lovely person.
Thanks.
Well, shall we stand now and share together our prayer for protection? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, united.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
Happy
Mother's Day,
Mother's
everyone.
Day.